Preparing live stream. We are live. Welcome everyone. My name is Dorian. This is the fourth and final community call for the Inktober Portrait Drawing Challenge. And we've done 1 month of drawing portraits together. And I was actually curious, like, how many people have joined and how much work have we done? So I pulled up some numbers from the Discord server. And over the last 31 days, we have 450 people joining the community server. And collectively, we've sent 3,000 messages, which is quite a lot. And I think we've read most of them, at least the team here, which is Kia and Hofan. And we posted 700 pieces of artwork. And I'm curious actually how many people drew, but were too shy to share their work. So the actual number of artwork created is probably higher, for sure higher. I don't know how much. I want to applaud all of us for doing the work. And I think what is much more interesting and powerful than these numbers is the atmosphere that we've created in the community. And I just read today through the reflections prompt from yesterday. And there were so many beautiful words here. And I would love to read all of them out loud right now, but this would take a bit too long. You're probably all on the server, so you can go in and read them yourself. But the ones here from Balta stood out, so I would like to read those. Balta is joining us from Veracruz, Mexico, and he wrote, he's letting go from isolation, from fear of failure, from fear of experimentation, he's letting go of staying in the comfort zone, and of his shame to speak in English. And 5 things he's learned during the Inktober challenge is the value of friendship and fellowship, walking out of his comfort zone, the value of iteration. I think that's a huge one for all forms of art, trying new media, and discipline and perseverance. Thank you, Balta, for sharing these words. I think they're really powerful and precise. What we're talking about today is here in this menu, this overview. We'll begin with a special guest who's here with us. I'll tell you more about her in a moment. We'll do a round of appreciation for the people who stood out to us, the hosting team, for their continued presence and contributions over the last month. Then we'll have some time to go into breakout rooms where you can meet your fellow artists. And some of them you'll know already, some will be new. And I will discuss 3 questions that we give you into those groups, and then come back into the big circle and share. And then point 4 is talking about the future. This is all a big experiment, this challenge. And we're at the end of it, of the month. And we have some ideas of what we could do moving forward. We'd love to hear from you as well. And that will bring us to the end of the call and transition into whatever comes after today. So the special guest is Blanche Ellis, my dear friend. When I was living in Barcelona for 5 years teaching art, she was there for part of that time as well. And we would meet regularly with a group of friends and just share food. And then someone would stand up and read their favorite poem or something that they wrote, like recite poetry. And someone else would pick up a guitar, or in Blanche's case, her wonderful banjo. Banjo, right? I'm having a blackout moment. Yes.
Yeah.
Was there ukulele as well?
There are a lot of things lying around. Depends who turned up. But there's banjo, and
we have people, like other musicians, coming through Barcelona, and they would join us for these dinners. Or just eat and then sing and then poetry and then eat a bit more. It was really, really, really nice. And it's one of the things I miss most from that time in Barcelona. So I'm really grateful that Blanche was able to make some time. I wanted to bring not just visual art like drawing and painting to what we're doing, but also bring music into it, because it's so powerful at creating an atmosphere, like bringing a space into a resonance. And Blanche does that really well with her music. So we've done some tests and it works well a cappella without instruments. No, it works, yeah. So yeah. She will sing a few songs that you have written, or are they also songs you like from other people?
All of the ones that I was planning to sing today, I've written, and many of them you know, Dorian, from sing-alongs at home.
Yeah, I will sing along. I have a request for you though, and for myself too, and this applies to all of us. Please mute yourself while Blanche is singing, because it will create echo otherwise and like feedback. Mm-hmm. Just so that the transmission is clean. You can sing along, but please mute yourself until the end, then we can applaud in a way that Blanche can hear us.
Do sing along or dance or whatever to feel the music, because also I can see you and then I feel it too.
And Blanche is for me also someone who is an artist without boundaries. She paints, she dances, she sings. So many expressions. We don't need to put these little boxes of compartments. It's just creation, discovery, and connection. So I'll stop sharing my screen and the stage is yours, and I will mute myself.
Oh, thank you, Dorian, and thank you for inviting me to this. I know everything you do with a lot of heart, so it's like very beautiful to be in a space that you've created. Yeah, and I love that mixing together of the arts as well. So this is my little offering for your day, and then I'm excited to see what you guys have enjoyed. This first song is about little things. It's called Where I Find It, and it's about finding what you need in the smallest moments and spaces. And as you said, everything's going to be a cappella, so open your heart to a little bit of raw voice, raw vocals this morning. There's an uneven tile on the floor under my desk, perfectly set for to rock my heel against, and I will take the music where I find it. And there's a stranger here saying something to me. I am distracted by the color rising in her cheek, and I will take the beauty where I find it. And the way you fight for life on a single soul sick day is more beautiful to me than the whole love and light brigade. And I like the broken bits the best, so don't tell me you're not good enough. Don't tell me it's too dark in here. Without the darkness, I don't know, Lord. There's an uneven tile on the floor under my desk, perfectly set for to rock my heel against, and I will take the music where I find it. And there's a stranger here saying something to me. I am distracted by the color rising in her cheek, and I will take the beauty where I find it. Oh, I will take the beauty where I find it. First song. The next one is written in lockdown, and I was standing on my roof a lot watching the birds, and I had the birds in the mountains and this kind of enormous vista that even though I couldn't go anywhere, I could travel with my eyes and with the birds. And this is the song for that. Oh, the mountain, my savior, the bird, my brethren, I am coming out to play. When the air is fresh and the earth is fresh, just after the nighttime rain, I'm gonna spread my wings over the city. I'm gonna rise above all the people and the places where they live and learn and love. When the sun is up but not yet overhead, I'm gonna rise and fly. When I see that little bird with his feathered breast and his forked tail, I tell him, brother, wait for me, you know I'm coming your way. When I see that heron fly so long and elegant against the sky, I tell her, sister, wait for me, I'm coming with you this time. I'm coming with you this time. I'm coming with you this time. When my wings get weary and it turns to night, and my arms fall tired at my side, I'm gonna lay down in the dark of night. And tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow, oh, well, the sun will rise and I will fly. Yeah, that's the end of that one. There's one more song if you would like. Is it sounding okay? Is it coming through all right? Okay, great. So
Sounds
this
good.
one, thanks, Dorian. So this will be one more, and it's called Sunshine and Thunder. And even though you're all on mute, it repeats at the beginning and the end. It'd be really sweet if you sing along. A really simple little bit, just at the beginning and the end. It goes, sunshine and thunder, sunshine and thunder. Sitting in the morning with sunshine and thunder, sunshine and thunder, sunshine and thunder. You want to try that? I can see your faces. Okay, give it one go and then
Shall we try?
Yeah.
Try unmuted for a second.
Yeah, let's
try. You want us to follow you?
Yeah, we'll just sing that a bit round and see if it makes.
Shall we sing
a sonic mishmash or something beautiful?
Yeah, just one refrain.
Yeah. So it's sitting in the morning with sunshine and thunder. Sitting in the morning with
sunshine and thunder.
No. There's a lag.
Yeah, I thought there might be
I can't hear you anymore as soon as I start. But we tried.
We tried. Well, in that case,
we can do it muted.
Feel like it, and I can see you, and I appreciate it.
I can move you.
This is a joyful song. And I saw someone said they're not a good singer. It's not about being a good singer. It's about getting your voice moving and feeling the song. Sitting in the morning with sun. I started way too low. Sitting in the morning with sunshine and thunder, sunshine and thunder, sunshine and thunder. Sitting in the morning with sunshine and thunder. Hey, what a beautiful day. Big old cloud sitting up on the mountain. What you gonna say? Bright young sun raising up out the water. Oh, what you got for us today? Said you're gonna rain on me. Said you're gonna lay it down. Said you're gonna roll your thunder and crack my body with the sound. Said you're gonna shine on me. Said you're gonna make it hot. Said you're gonna make me grateful for every little thing I got. Sitting in the morning with sunshine and thunder, sunshine and thunder, sunshine and thunder. Sitting in the morning with sunshine and thunder. Hey, hey, what a beautiful day. Thank you.
Beautiful.
Dorian.
Sorry?
Thank you for singing along, Dorian.
Encore, encore.
Do you want an encore?
Do you have one more?
I have a little short one.
Let's do it.
It's like a half song. Okay. It's because it's all a cappella because the guitar wouldn't come through, but I do also have instruments. Okay. Simple. Other than not a sort of happy song. It's a sea song. I'm going back into the sea, my love. I'm going back into the sea, my love. I'm going back into the sea to see if I can get me clean. I'm going back into the sea, my love. You know my hair is thick with sand and salt, and it's a lovely way to be. But my head is filled with thoughts of you, and I just can't get it clean. So I'm going back into the sea, my love. I'm going back into the sea, my love. I'm going back into the sea to see if I can get me clean. I'm going back into the sea, my love.
Okay, you can unmute yourself. Let's get Blanche hearing some applause.
Thanks, guys.
Bravo.
Very lovely voice, honest.
Thank you. Oh.
Have you done this before?
No, really. I think I tried one thing that didn't work in the pandemic when everyone was just working and stuff. But no, I enjoyed it actually. Like seeing the room is cool.
It must be strange to not hear any sounds coming back. Like it was strange for me to feel like I was making little noises of appreciation and I knew you can't hear them.
Yeah, no,
So
it's
thank you so much.
A bit of a strange situation, but it's been really sweet.
You said you're working on an EP, like a short album.
Yeah, so it's almost ready. And at the end of November, well, the 26th, I'm going to have a show. If any of you are in Barcelona, come along. And then I'll be launching some songs into the digital sphere, and sending it out to some people as well.
If you have a Patreon, right?
Yeah. So my Patreon is like, basically I have 10 years worth of songs that I recorded at home and in studio and never released. And it's my way of like sending those out one per month with the story behind the song, some artwork. And there's about 15 songs up there from the last couple of years. So if you like the music, you can go on there and you'd have all of that and then a new song every month. And the album, when it comes out, I will send to anyone who's on the Patreon.
Do that. Like, very recommended. I'll put the link in the chat. I think it's really like an enrichment of my life to have your music in it. And I also think it's important that we support each other as artists, also financially. Like we need to pay rent and food. So it's like you've also played in the street, I think, with just a hat on the floor or going around busking.
A lot of time traveling and busking. And it's beautiful to make different connections, because you can do everything on Spotify or something like that. But I don't know, like for me, Patreon is another, it's kind of like busking, like building individual links between people and sharing in more creative ways.
Yeah.
You should come to Dorian, to the Buskers Festival.
Mario is sitting here next to me in the hotel room in Kyoto. Yeah, so if you want to support Blanche and have her music in your life, go to her Patreon page. And did I send the message just to Kia? I think so. How do I change that? Well, I put it on. I don't see a selection of whom to
For
message.
me, on the bottom, right below the message, you put like 2, and it's like everybody, or you can put a specific person. I'm not sure if it looks the same for you.
Or Kia can send it to everyone.
Yeah,
Also that.
I can send it. I open the link and
I think I figured it out now. Thanks for your patience. Blanche, if you want to stick around, you're welcome. We will talk about what we have done. And if you need to head out, that's fine. Blanche is in New York right now. So this is, Hofan is in Hong Kong. Kia is in Italy. And yeah, we're around the world. It's pretty remarkable that we can do this.
Very cool. Right.
Thank you.
I'll be around checking in.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. So coming back to my screen share.
Can you see the message in the chat?
Mm-hmm.
Looks like it's to me. I can see.
I can't see your message, but I think I sent the message to everyone. But if not,
I send it.
Yep, Kia just sent it to everyone.
I send it.
Thank you. And it's also on YouTube.
I have 3 messages from you.
Okay. Vale. Let's continue with the theme of gratitude and appreciation. And I'll give the virtual microphone to Hofan to speak about some of the people that stood out to us over the past month.
Yes. You probably read my message on Discord already. So, but yeah, so many people I want to thank. But these people we put up because you were there with us from the beginning. I might have missed a couple. I hope I haven't.
I'm sure we missed. If you feel like you have been missed, you are right. You should be on this page, and we are sorry. There's a lot of you.
Yes, but I really appreciate how also people who jumped in the middle and became very active. So, but these are the people who were there with us from the beginning. I particularly appreciated when some of the prompts were hard. So I remember with Bridgman's heads, for example, it was quite tough for a lot of us. And that discussion, and we all stuck with it, and we tried something outside our comfort zone. That was really fun for me personally. But anyway, I really appreciate all of you joining us, and it was really, really great.
Thank you, Hofan. Yep. I'm sorry, I keep doing this zooming thing. When I use the Zoom interface and then go back to the presentation, this happens. So now we have a moment to go into breakout groups. Let's see. We have 3 questions for you for the groups, and I would suggest you write them down so that you have them when you're in the groups. And the first question is, what was the most valuable for you in this community the last month as you were drawing with us, or maybe you were only drawing with us for a week? It doesn't matter. What stands out as being really precious and useful and valuable for you. You take a moment and write this down in handwriting with a pencil and paper, or digitally. Either way is fine. The second question is, what do you feel is unique about what we are doing here? There are a lot of artists, groups, and communities, and this kind of emerged organically. We don't have a grand plan for this. Just, Kia, Hofan, and I were like, we want to do this. Do you want to do this? Yeah, okay, let's do this. And we figured it out along the way. And we would love to hear from you what stands out for, what makes this unique and different, so that if we know that, we can focus on that even more and strengthen that to not just be another art community that you're joining for a few days and then we leave it again because it's not that special. Third question is, what is most worth continuing or deepening? It's kind of a bringing together of the first two questions. And it can also be things that we're not doing at the moment that you would like to do with us on your own initiative, or that you would like me, Hofan, and Kia to provide kind of a doorway into the future. So these are the three questions, and we're going to make groups now, and I want to ask you to choose in your group one group representative who will, when we come back after going to the breakout groups, when we come back to this main room, the group representative will kind of summarize your answers from your group discussion. You can find someone volunteers, or you play a game of who does it. That's up to you. And because we're live on YouTube, I can't join a breakout group. So I will stay here in the main room, and I would like to have, let's say, 2 to 3 people who are willing to stay here with me, and we will answer these questions here while everyone else is in the breakout groups. So if you would like to stay here with me, please raise your hand either with the emoji or with your physical hand. Franziska, wonderful. Who else? Mario. I'm curious what Mario has to say. One more? Olga? Great. Okay, everyone will get an invitation to the breakout group. Those of you who are staying with me, just say no, or I think it's join later or something like this. Don't join the breakout group. Everybody else, get ready for breakout rooms. You will be 3 to 4. Let's do 5 participants, so we have even groups. Yeah. There you go. You can join the room now. Let's do about 15 minutes. You'll get a message from your back. Let's see if this works out. Those of you who are staying here, just click later or no. Good. Mario left, but that's fine.
I thought because I had an invitation.
Good. So it's 10:30 for me now. At 10:45, I'll get people back. Oh, there's Mario again. You know what? Because we're in the same room, this might cause some echo. No?
Are you?
Yeah, but if you're saying something, you're coming through both microphones.
No.
Okay, let's try. So, Olga and Franziska, how was it? So, wait, I need the questions. First, who's the representative? Would one of you like to summarize at the end what we spoke about?
Not me, because I am not a good speaker, especially in English.
Okay. Franziska, no? I can't hear you. You are unmuted, but I can't hear you for some reason. But I get the impression that you would prefer me.
Now it should work.
Yes.
Yes, I can do it. I can be the
Okay.
representative.
Awesome. Wonderful. Hofan just put the questions in the chat. It's great too. So what is most valuable for you in this community? Does anything come to mind?
To me, it is the feedback that I received, and I guess a lot of inspiration, a lot of different things about how to draw a portrait, like the Azo head, is it called? I've never heard about this before, and it's very helpful.
Yeah, the planar head, the Asaro head. Yeah. And the feedback was the feedback on Discord or the feedback during the community call?
Well, I couldn't join two of the video calls, so I was happy about the feedback on Discord because it was very motivating.
Yeah, I haven't done much feedback also on the community calls because I wasn't like, it wasn't a class. I wasn't sure how much people actually want feedback.
Yeah,
but it's something I love doing.
Yeah, I really regret that I continued drawing, of course, because that's my goal for the year. But I stopped drawing with the portrait challenge, sadly. I just continued drawing what I wanted to draw. So I think I was only active till day 11. And now I wish I had continued, but I had a lot of other stuff to do. And so it was easier for me to just draw what I felt like, because it was really, like I said in the beginning, for me, it's very difficult to draw heads and portraits.
Yeah, it is complex. Olga, what about you? What do you feel was valuable?
For me, maybe the most valuable things in this community is that our community is very friendly. Everybody is fan of art. It's absolutely clear. And I like so much that everybody always ready support others and say some words of support or words of some maybe advice. It's very nice to my mind. I think that this community became very united. And I think that it will be active and alive in the future. I think so.
Yeah, if we keep giving life energy.
Yes.
To it.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I think that the energy it's enough. Because you and Kia and the Hofan, they are very active and other members also follow the energy and joined.
For me, I think it's like the most valuable thing is the happiness I get from seeing people make art. And especially at the beginning when people were introducing themselves. Like, hey, I'm from this country and I didn't draw for a long time, but this motivated me to draw again. Like, these words make me so happy. And then to see interactions among people as well.
And I think that Balta said very true words about fears, because everybody has have own fears, and working in community, this fears destroyed in some way. It's
Mhm.
true. It's true.
Yeah, we could speak about that a lot, like an hour or two. Yeah. I'm looking at the time. I think we should move to the next question. And Mario, you did not participate, right, in the challenge itself?
No, I did not participate. I got the invitation and it was quite nice, but my priorities were on other projects. So
Yeah.
I would have liked to join because I really like the topics and especially now with the special guest of Blanche. I would have invited her every time. So this is my top. This is my top highlight.
You're here now, yes, getting the dessert. So, second question: what do you feel is unique about this community?
Well, this is my first art community I joined, so I don't have a lot to compare, but I said that it's so diverse in the people itself and their media and their skills. You had like artists that are very skilled, and then you had just beginners and a lot of intermediate students. So it was very good to see that we are some people, when I could see that they are on the same level as me, this was very motivating.
That all levels are welcome.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree that people with different level of art experience get some benefit from common conversation and common discussion. And I think everybody gets something useful. And of course, I think that unique thing that it's international community from all around the world. It's also very interesting. Because it's a great exchange by thoughts and ideas from people who have different cultural and art background. It's important. It's important. I think so.
Maybe it's also fairly unique that we meet like this and we do the breakout groups. I think there are a lot of virtual meeting points where people have just a username, which usually is not their own name. It's Cool Artist 24 or whatever. And you don't really know the human behind that name. But we make space to actually meet and speak with each other like we are now. Maybe that's quite unique. I don't know how many other people are doing this.
Yes, it's true, and it is important because most of the people are not very
Hotel.
Most of the people are not very young, and at this age, it's not so easy to communicate with other people. It's not a teenager who communicate very quickly and they're very open. There is some psychological barriers in communication, but this conversation between small group of people really works. I think so.
Thank you. Let's go to the third question. What is most worth continuing or deepening? For sure, the meetings, maybe also the draw together, the sessions drawing together. I really enjoyed it when I went, and from what I saw, the other participants in the groups also enjoyed these sessions.
Unfortunately, I cannot join the draw together because of my work, but I think it's a good idea. I think it's important to investigate of head and figure reconstruction, especially human. Maybe not pay so much attention to some cartoon personage, but really human body.
I think Kia and Hofan are going to study anatomy in the coming weeks, and they will do it, the two of them, for themselves anyway. And I think anyone who wants to join can join. We'll talk about that. Is that what you mean? Go more towards anatomy and realistic drawing?
As for me, I want to follow, to draw for example, Azara heads. I think it's very useful. And also Loomis heads. Of course, there are different approach to these things, but if to learn step by step some of them, and after that discuss the benefits of other approach, it will be useful.
Yeah. Franziska, anything for you?
Yes, I agree. I like the construction side, this technical approach like the ASO had, and it's very useful, and I want to continue that. And like you said before, I really like the drawing together sessions. These sessions together, they are very valuable.
So anything? Sorry, go ahead.
I think we already have a topic for next month, right? November or something. November.
Yeah. Eugenia, I think, is doing this challenge. Yeah.
When it's about color, that's another great idea. I'd love to join.
Is there anything that we were not doing that you would like to do? Like offerings that?
No, I think it was fine. I think I could have been more active, but from your side, it was fine.
Okay. Cool. I sent the message to everyone about 2 minutes ago that we are having about 3 minutes left. So I will send them an invitation now to come back. I hope that was enough time for them as well.
It was so nice to see Blanche. I remember her. I don't know if you remember me, but I remember her. If she teach in academy now, no?
I don't know. Blanche, are you still there?
Blanche, where are you?
Maybe not.
Maybe not.
I don't know if she's teaching the academy. She did training as an art therapist. And I'm not sure if she moved to New York or if she's just visiting. It sounds like she will be in Barcelona again for a concert soon. So group 2 is still active. They are squeezing the last 1 seconds out, and here they come. Welcome back, everyone. You are all muted just from coming back from a breakout group. Can the group representatives raise their hand so I know who you are? Franziska, Annemarie, and cool. So let's go with Annemarie first.
Hi. So it was just me and Erin, but yeah, we talked a lot. It was super nice to talk to her. And Yeah, basically we talked about that it was super special, that the community was so kind, so supportive, that we received very good vibes from you, Dorian, Kia, and Hoffen, and that this, like your vibes, they spread out to everyone and made everyone felt like it's a safe space where you can share, and people shared like I thought this was something unique about this artist community, that people are kind and open and share like real things and not showing off. Sometimes you have this in other artists communities, and yeah, this was something we agreed on. And also, for me, what was super good was to try out the ink and to experiment and to feel safe about this. And what else? Yeah, Erin said that she liked the accountability of the challenge, that she really sat down and made things. And this was really good for her. But for the future, for her, it would be super good to make it like a monthly challenge or a weekly challenge instead of one day. And she would like to come back to the prompts and see the prompts again and study them and watch the videos, because it was just one day, and sometimes it was just one day for a big thing. So yeah, this was basically what we talked about.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you.
Franziska, would you like to go next?
Yeah. What was the most valuable for this community? I think we agreed that it's a very friendly community, and that we are all fans of art ourselves, and that we are supportive, that we give each other feedback and inspiration, and that we are very active. And that what I really liked is that what you said, Dorian, that it makes you happy to see each other and to be active in this community. It's very cute. What's unique about this community? I think that we agreed that we have this international group with different art backgrounds and different skill sets and different skill levels, and that we had these little breakout sessions where we got to know each other. So we actually knew the person behind the avatar. So it was a very personal experience. What's worth continuing? We talked about it's worth to continue these construction methods, these head construction methods like the arson head or the luminous head, and that we want to continue with these, and that it's also worth to continue our group sessions, that we draw together and help each other.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And could you summarize your group's discussion?
To summarize our group discussions, firstly, we talked about the most valuable in our community was that we feel really connected with these people of our community. Like we always share, and we really feel happy. And this is where, as an artist, we have that there are many people of different levels of skills, with different levels of ages and so on. We are really in diversity, but this is a place where we can let out our curiosity with no judgment, and this is really safe that we can show everything. We can with no judgment. And for Kia, she even learned, since she is one of those facilitators, she really learned a lot about how to manage a community like this, and how to facilitate. And what's unique about this community is that this community really welcome to all suggestions, especially in the prompt ideas, and they really take into consideration on our every single ideas, and those who give suggestions are really valued, and it's really prominent, and it's really good. And moreover, we feel like in this community, we just feel like we are sharing things, and it's like we are all the passengers on the same journey, but we have different abilities, and we feel like it's not a competition. Like no one is saying that I have more skill levels than you. We have many. It's not about who's more skilled or who is more better than the others, but we really try to collaborate with this community, and we really share our skills rather than it's into a negative. We really approach to in a really positive way, and this is really heartwarming. And what this community takes to consider is that it's all about how we get the process and how we enjoy the process rather than focusing on and just enjoying on the result. And we just really want this community we just really want this community, all these good qualities to continue, and we just want every other participants to be in touch with each other or furthermore in the future. And thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, I guess I'm the speaker for group 2. My group had Hofan, Stephen, Chinelo, Surfy, and me, Meringue Art. And we discussed what we found really valuable. I know that both Stephen and Chinelo had done a course with you before. One had done the light course and one had done the shaving course. And they believe that the communities that you create are so great, just like we get to learn from other people. And it was also mentioned that Hofan had mentioned that she liked how she could see people talk about their personal projects and how they wanted assistance on that. So that was really helpful for her. And the drawn together sessions, Sophie mentioned that they believed that was really great, and the time drawings and emotional gestures helped them really think about the overall drawing itself and not just these details of it. So it really helped them interpret what they're seeing. So that was really great for them. For me, just being a part of a community, I know that for me, when I think of art prompts and everything, Inktober is one of the most famous ones that I know about. So knowing the community based on that was really cool, and just seeing different artist styles was really great. So number 2, what do you think is unique about this community? Ken was already mentioned that, oh, can you hear me?
Yes. Can you take a breath?
Oh, sorry. I do that a lot. When I get nervous, I speak really, really fast.
I understand very well. There's no need to rush. Okay. Take your time, take a breath.
Okay.
And thank you so much for doing this, summarization. I assume you were also listening, right? You were writing, you were listening, and you were sharing yourself. So you're doing a lot. We really appreciate it.
Okay.
This is your space.
Alrighty. So when it comes to what do we feel is unique about the community, I believe was kind of already mentioned just how based on your other courses, there was always a community around it and how you brought people together, which is, great. And what I've noticed too about the Discord chats. Everyone is so welcome and encouraging. Everyone is willing to share their references and sources, which has been really great. Stephen also mentioned that he loved how he can get instant feedback by publishing it on the Discord. And he also found the copying of the masterwork to be really, really satisfying. I think that's what I wrote for that. And when it comes to what is most worth continuing or deepening, I know that Hofan mentioned, that the personal products and, asking for assistance, that we could continue that. I know that somebody right now is going to do the Huevember, which will be cool if, some of us do that too, but her and Kia are actually going to be doing anatomy. So how everyone's kind of doing different things and how we can decide what we're going to do next is really cool. I know that Stephen mentioned he's not been in many art communities, but he found the courses to be unique based on the way that our community is going so far. And I personally found the buddy chat system to be really a cool idea. I kind of wish we could continue those. But yeah, I think that was pretty much the gist of our conversation.
Thank you. It's a beautiful gist. Is there anything anyone else would like to add that hasn't been said?
I would like to add a little thing. And it's something that Eugenia said that I like so much. The idea of, you already said this about you can share, you feel safe. But she said something like, I felt that this place was a place where you can open your heart and feel safe about doing this. Because as an artist, you feel somehow when you create something and you share your art, you feel that you are exposing your vulnerability. And so she said, I liked so much that she said this, that I felt safe, that I could open my heart in this community. Thank you, Eugenia.
Yeah.
And also,
very important.
And also Anto, who already said many beautiful things. He said, I would like to continue to be in touch with you. But he said, I would like to be in touch with you for the next weeks, next months, next years, many years. And so I like this so much. Yeah.
Thank you, Kia.
You're welcome. Thank you too.
Anything else? I saw Blanche had to step out. So a wave to the past.
And what about you, Dorian? What did you learn? Maybe you already said.
I did. I spoke a little bit. What did I learn?
And what was valuable for you?
I think what was valuable for me, like what made me most happy, is when people posted work, shared work. And I remember in the beginning when we had no idea if people would come or not. And the first few days, not much happened. And then there was a wave of activity and people started introducing themselves. And I think my friend Adam, who's a very established artist, he's worked for Magic the Gathering for many years, and he's transitioning to become a fine artist working with galleries. And he made a post, and that really surprised me. And I don't know if it was that post or just other factors, but then the gates opened and people, shared where they're from. And a couple people said, I haven't drawn in many months or years, but this inspired me to start again. And it's probably my own story of having difficult relationship with making art, putting so much pressure on myself and then just not creating anything and feeling guilty about that, and it's just a downward spiral.
That's so true. Thank you for saying that.
And so in a way it's vicarious for me when I see all of you making work. I feel like at least something I'm doing is helping other people make work. And you making work makes me so happy because I know for me how difficult it's been at times to do that. And it's gotten much better the last few months. For me, it seems to have to do with self-love. The approach I'm pursuing right now is to make beautiful meals for myself. I think I've spoken about this before, like to sit down, light a candle, even take time and make a meal for a beloved, like that I would make for a beloved visitor, but I'm the beloved. And that somehow is relaxing another part that was so tense. And I find myself drawing and painting more. So I'm sure that's also intertwined with what we are doing here. And it's been super fun to work with Hufan and Kia.
Yeah. We had fun. We learned a lot also about working together. That it worked well, I think. Yeah, thank you, Doc.
Thank you for asking.
Sure.
So we've been at it for an hour. And the last point in the outline is the future. I think it's a good moment to transition. The eternal Zoom. I need to find a way to fix that. So there are three themes here that we've come up or that stood out as the team has been brainstorming about what's next now that we completed the Inktober challenge. And one thing that is important to me because of what I just spoke about, and I think that also resonates with Hofan, is that the server, the community remains, and maybe even more so becomes a place where people develop their own work, like what Bernhard did. Was that in the campfire? I think so. A couple of weeks back, he made this personal artwork and he did a few iterations and he was like, I don't quite like it. What was another one? Here.
Yeah, this one.
And there was some conversation, people making different suggestions, and yeah, I think that this really resonates with me too, as I'm stepping more into doing my personal work. And yeah, makes me really happy to see people go there and do that courageous way of showing up too. Hofan or Kia, do you want to speak more about the drawing together? I know you're planning or have decided to go in the direction of anatomy for the next few weeks.
So we've decided that I feel like drawing together works best when it's run on passion. Like people who want to get together and just draw. And Kia and I are very interested in studying anatomy. So that's what we've decided we're going to do. We're just going to draw, and then anyone who wants to come and join us, you're very welcome. We're going to commit to doing it at least once a week. We are hoping that other people will step in as well with your own personal, either hosting it, just time drawings, or doing your thing. For us, it's anatomy, but it could be, I don't know, if you want to do November, then maybe that day is just a red day. Gets out their red pens and red paints to do it. So yeah, we would like to invite people to start hosting it. It's very easy on Discord just to host. You just say, I want to do this at this time, who wants to join, and then people can, know there's a space for doing that. So if people could step up, that would be really great, particularly because we really live in different time zones. So it may be that this time zone, I know the Americas, we kind of neglected you a little bit. So it would be great if people could step up to do that. Here, anything else you want to share about drawing together?
No, it's okay. We already talked, so we have the same ideas. Just that, yeah, anyone is welcome, and we will continue, and we will see. Also, it's something for us that it's how can I say, in progress. We will see what happens, and that's the third point. That is your ideas, because if you have any idea, we will think about it, and maybe it will help us to decide and see what works the best for everybody. So.
Yeah, we are building this together.
Yeah.
All the topics that are on the left here. Somehow I can't see my cursor. There it is. This is all, there's a landing pad, introduce yourself, campfire. We created each of these channels. We can rename them, we can reorder them. I think we decided before to make a new category for personal work. So let's do that. You can't create categories, but you can tell us to do that. We can just go here, create category, personal work. Boom. And now it is down here. And I can put it anywhere. I want, and we can make channels in here. And we have a new channel where you can post. You know, it just tell us what you want and we will make it. And if we don't use it, we can clean it up again. We will keep all of the drawing prompts for the portrait challenge. And if you are joining us later, if you're watching this recording at some point in the future, there's a good chance that these prompts will still be there, and you can do any of the prompts anytime you want. You know, there's all the instructions at the top. There's resources like videos or reference images for every prompt. And it's a whole library for self-study. You can get some friends together and say, hey, let's do December. Let's go through this challenge together. So Eugenia, have you decided to do Huevember? And was this in Campfire? No, this was in resources.
She mentioned it.
I think it was in prompt ideas or something. Yeah.
Yes, that's right.
And I would like to add to this how I came about to say, hey, I want to do Huevember. It's a direct consequence of the Portrait Challenge, because the Portrait Challenge was general enough so that it catches so many people with so many different interests, and then you get started. Then you get your habit of drawing daily. And then I, for myself, realized at the end of the month, okay, now I feel strong enough to tackle something more personal that's personal to me. So I wouldn't even say Huevember is for everybody, but if you want to change, deepen, or challenge your personal relationship with color, this is a great opportunity to spend some time. And I think Huevember is something that you can do in the same format like the Portrait Challenge, but it doesn't even need a thread a day, because it's just so, yeah, you have a color a day. And it's just another invitation to experiment and see what happens. And I even think you could combine Huevember with anatomy studies. Then you can take part in both things. And I guess it could be a format for the future of the Discord, that there's always a general challenge where a lot of people just feel that it is appealing to them. And then at any time you can branch off and say, hey, now I want to develop something personal that I struggle with. And I think it also really helps other people on the server, just seeing people tackling their stuff and just, hey, they do not perish. I can do my stuff too. This can just amplify the love.
Cool. So some of you maybe saw, I just created a Huevember category with a Huevember channel.
I'll be there probably every day. If anyone wants to join, you're welcome.
Cool. Amazing.
Oh, yeah. I like it.
Eugenia, do you mind posting the instructions on Huevember chat?
Yes,
once
of course.
more, so it's on the top and we can pin it there.
All right.
Beautiful. This is everything that I had planned. Did we forget anything? Is there anything you'd like to add or ask? Anyone?
Dorian, when are you doing the shading course next? I keep wanting to recommend my friends, but you know, it's so great when there is actually a class, because your feedback is so good. And then, you know, when there is actual a term, the community, you know, really gets together to work on something together. So I don't know, when's the next one?
I think in January. And for those who don't know, the shading course is an 8-week course that goes really deep into drawing light and shadow. And you can do it at any time. And usually I do weekly feedback sessions throughout the year. Now I just arrived in Japan, and the next 3-4 weeks I won't be able to do the live sessions. And then 2 times a year, usually, I think, we do a term. So there's a start date, and then 8 weeks we go through the course together, and then the term ends. And yeah, I think that's a really helpful structure for everyone, because there's a start date and an end date, and each week we focus on one of the 8 modules.
It was
So-
really good for me because it got me into the habit of drawing and then, handing in the assignment. And, from the last community call, you really got to see how in-depth Dorian is when he is giving feedback. So it's personally helped me a lot. Yeah. So yeah,
Thank
let
you,
us know
Hofa.
when you have an actual date.
Yeah, I say early January, and you can go to my website. Did that work? Yes. Right here is the link for the shading course, which will take you to a separate website. And there's also 3 short drawing guides here. And if you click on the little gift icon, it takes you to my mailing list. If you're not there already, I will let everyone know when the next term starts. Or of course, you can also join the server, and I will let people know there. If for some reason you don't know how to get to the server at the moment, the best way is to go to dorianitem.com/Inktober, and there's a link here. And on some pages, it's also up here in the corner. And I will add that more prominently to the website. Yeah. I think that's it.
Thank everybody for bringing Inktober to life. For me, it was a great month.
For me too. Yeah,
Thank you for coming, for joining.
We can be proud of ourselves. And I feel grateful and inspired. And I'm curious to see what happens, what emerges out of this in the next weeks and months. I will be around on the server, and I want to have a way, like a place where I can communicate with all of you. And keep that channel open. And thank you, Hofan and Kia. I couldn't have... No, I don't even want to say that. Like, we did it together. And you did a lot. And it was fun.
Dorian, do you
Yes.
have the next 4 weeks holiday off in
In Japan.
Japan? Yes. Okay. And then you are not here. It is only a special one.
How do you mean? I'm not here?
Today, it's for you only a special one. You are here. It's
I
for
think-
you only today a special one.
Yeah, I think that Rainer joined now because he didn't hear what we said about that we are going to meet at least once a week with the drawing together, me and Hofan. And then we will see, maybe, Dorian is in Japan, but he doesn't disappear. We will call him.
Yeah, the server continues. And
Yes.
the drawing sessions will continue. And the weekly feedback sessions for the shading course are on pause. And the community calls, unless one of you wants to host them, you can do that without me. And maybe I will be able to join, but I'm traveling with a group, so I don't have control over my schedule. But I will be on Discord here and there, looking in and posting. Yeah.
Okay, then thank you, and I wish you a nice vacation. And
Thank you.
schöne Grüße an die anderen. Ne?
Sag ich.
Okay.
Dankeschön. All right, everyone. Have a good rest of your day, whatever time it is. And I'll see you on Discord and maybe in the drawing sessions. Good work.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, everybody.
Hi, everyone. Thank you
Take
so
care.
much.
Thank you. Thank you for the good company. Get in good time.
Yes.
Thank
You too.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank
Hey,
you.
Geniello.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Ciao.
Ciao. Ciao. See you.